Todos imploramos la comida de nuestras abuelas, ¿verdad? Pero ¿qué pasaría si hubiera un lugar al que pudieras ir en cualquier momento y pudieras probar comida casera de cualquier lugar del mundo?
Mancha, 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 mancha.
Ese lugar existe en Staten Island, justo detrás de ese andamio, justo allí. Te presentamos a Jody. Él es un italiano oriundo de Brooklyn.
My name is Jody Scarabella and I own Enoteca Maria. We don't employ chefs, we employ grandmothers.
Cuando Joe abrió el restaurante en 2006, él notó algo.
Every culture was coming to the restaurant to celebrate these Italian grandmothers. So I thought to myself, how nice would it be if we celebrated everybody's culture?
Y así nació Abuelas del Mundo.
There are probably somewhere between 30 and 40 grandmothers from different countries.
My name is Habiba. I'm from Algeria.
My name is Lubov and I'm from Moscow, Russia.
Soy Rosa Correa. Vengo de Lima, Perú.
I come from Sri Lanka.
Bulgaria.
Dublin, Ireland.
From Armenia.
Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Cada noche hay dos abuelas cocinando. Una siempre es italiana y la otra es de algún otro lugar.
When they're in the kitchen cooking, it's a completely different energy. It's their day to shine. It's their day to show what their cultural cuisine is all about. You know, it sounds kind of corny, but they do cook with love.
Y el sentimiento de Joe va más allá del restaurante.
When I opened the Enoteca, I was really grief-stricken. My mom and my sister had passed. It was comforting to have these grandmothers in the kitchen cooking, and you know, they would pinch my cheek and say, you want to try this? And at that point I realized that what we were doing was much bigger than I thought it was going to be. When you walk through the restaurant, if you listen, every table that you pass by, they're talking about their mothers or they're talking about their grandmothers. It kind of evokes a trip down memory lane.
People need to understand that all of North America is indigenous land, it is native land. People tend to forget that there was a vibrant native culture living in all parts of North America, and food is really the piece that's going to help us move forward into a brighter future. My name is Sean Sherman, and I am a chef. I own the company, the Sioux Chef.
So this is going to be 2 pieces per plate for these.
Our mission is revitalizing Native American foods and re-identifying North American cuisine. We've tried really hard to maintain authenticity by removing all of the colonial ingredients like dairy, wheat flour, processed sugar, beef, pork, chicken, and we're just using a lot of wild game, a lot of the native agricultural heirloom varietals, a lot of the wild foods around us, and really making those plates that taste like a region. Most of these ingredients are very familiar to people, but the usage of a lot of the wild plants really talk about a place and a community. We prioritize purchasing from the indigenous vendors first because we really want to open up a lot of opportunity for indigenous people growing out farms or collecting things from the wild or raising animals. So for the big dinner, we're actually cooking this bison down with a bunch of fresh cedar and some bergamot. We will purchase from anybody raising these indigenous pieces because it is such an important part of the landscape and the history.
I know you want it.
As we travel around the country, we like to make dinners and foods that really represent those areas. What's great about being able to do these dinners, especially in non-indigenous communities, is just to bring awareness.
This kind of food that we're eating today, like you're gonna feel really good when you leave here. You're not gonna feel heavy and weighted down. You're gonna feel energized and just happy because you're knowing where this food is coming from.
We feel like anybody across North America will benefit from the understanding of the indigenous food systems around you, and it's all going to help us move forward.